is the Mercedes-Benz post-game show. Islanders and Tampa Bay in overtime, and right there, it's Anthony Beauvillier with the game winner on his stick early on in overtime. It has been far too long since he has scored a goal, and that one right there might just be one of the most important goals of his NHL career. Hello, everybody. Welcome inside our MSG Network studios. I'm Shannon Hogan, alongside an absolutely elated Butch Goring, mostly because he had called it. He said you thought it was going to be Anthony Beauvillier, and I am so glad you're right, Butch. Islanders are headed to a Game 7.
Well, I am so glad that they scored, frankly, and I'm really anxious now to see Game 7. But, you know, hats off to the Islanders. I mean, down 2-0, facing elimination, pulling the golf clubs out, and they just refused to quit. I mean, they stayed right with it. They got a goal in the second period and closed the gap a little bit, and then a magical shot by Mayfield up in the toy department, Shannon, and got it into overtime. And then they forced Tampa into making a mistake, which they did, and then Bo cashes in on it, excuse me. Just a marvelous game, though. But Barry Trotz talked about the Islanders' character. He said, "Don't question me about my team's character. They've had character all season long. They've dug themselves out a hole. And tonight was a pretty good indication of what this team is all about. They just don't go away. And the barn has some magic, doesn't it?"
It definitely has some magic, and it was interesting. The announcers there at the end were saying how, I just don't understand. Why are they throwing beer cans on the ice? I don't think you have to understand Islanders fans. I think part of the magic is they just do what their gut is telling them. They were just so elated and so excited for the team that's what came to mind. One person did it. The rest of the group did it. But Butch, for the fans that are just joining us, let's see the game winner one more time by Anthony Beauvillier in the opening couple of minutes there of overtime against Tampa.
Yeah, Letty does the simple thing, play the chip and chase, and there's Bo with the pressure on Ruutu, and then Bailey gets in, creates a bit of a turnover, and it's going to be Coleman that tries to make a cute little pass. Not sure if Hedman gets his stick on it at all, but Anthony Beauvillier makes absolutely no mistake about it. He zips it up and over the glove of Vasilevsky, and there's the play. And it just, you know, every once in a while you try to get cute, but it was the pressure that created the turnover with Bailey and Nelson. And this is a line that Barry Trotz said, "We need more from you." They got it again tonight. And look at that stretch. Put it in the position and zip it right off the toe of the stick, Shannon. So tremendous effort. You think he's happy? I guess he might be. Think the fans are happy. They're elated. Tremendous win for the Islanders. And now there's a Game 7. And guess what? The old cliche is anything can happen.
Anything can happen in a Game 7. The crowd going absolutely bananas at Nassau Coliseum. It wasn't just the players on the ice for the Islanders that were bombarding Anthony Beauvillier and hugging him and celebrating. You can see in the background there, Butch, people were hugging their neighbors. And, you know, these tickets were really hard to get. If you were a season ticket member, you got however many seats you had. And so you were deciding between which kids you were going to bring, your wife, your husband. I'm so happy for the fans there. A beautiful win with Anthony Beauvillier being credited with the game-winning goal, 1 minute and 8 seconds into overtime. First goal since May 29th against the Boston Bruins. We have been waiting for Anthony Beauvillier to heat up, and this certainly is a bright spot for the Islanders as they now look forward to a Game 7 on Friday. I think it's also important to note, Butch, that Islanders would not have been in the position of even having an opportunity to win this game in overtime had it not been for Scott Mayfield with a beautiful goal in the third period.
Well, we've seen Scott move in on several different occasions during the regular season. He's not like this offensive flair. He's not Bobby Orr by any stretch of the imagination, but he gets good reads and he has good timing as far as giving himself an offensive opportunity. And he read the play extremely well. He saw Barzal had control. He was coming to the middle, and he just slid down the outside. So, you know, Dobson gets the puck up. A good, smart play. Dobson played more as the game got a little tougher with needing the goal. Got a little more offensive opportunity. Eberle, but there's Barzal. I talk about it all the time. Drives through the middle with that great speed. He picks up the puck, fires his shot, tried to go short side, gets himself back in position, and this is really what Barzal's all about. He's so elite with his skating, with his edges. He's got his head up all the way. And there's Mayfield. He says, oh, look at everybody's watching Barzal. Well, nobody's watching me. I might as well move right in. And what a play by Mayfield. He was looking top shelf all the way. And our video man, Joe Bean, little square right there, and that's exactly what we needed to see because there was no guesswork where that puck was going. There wasn't a whole lot of room, but Scott Mayfield, maybe he's been practicing in his basement. I don't know, but that was a beautiful shot, and what a timely goal.
Oh, it was so timely for the Islanders, and I think it really is a testament to when you think about this Islanders team. I know this is on a national broadcast. People are hockey fans watching all over the world, and they're thinking, Scott Mayfield? Like, he scored, the game-tying goal. But that's this Islanders team. They're going to get the offense from up and down their lineup. It's going to be a different guy maybe every night that's going to be buzzing. You need Matt Barzal going, which they had tonight as well.
Well, they talk about it all the time, that there's no one person that carries this team. One night it's Barzal, next night it's Mayfield, or next night it's Nelson. It could be a variety of different guys. They talk about it all the time. There's 4 lines, and there's 6 defensemen, and everybody contributes in their own way, and everybody's happy playing the role that they play, and they win because of it. There's no animosity, there's no ego to deal with, and Barry Trotz just throws the guys out, and some guys get more ice time than others at different times. Everybody accepts it because it's good for the team, and Dobson's a perfect example. There was periods of time during that game where he didn't play a lot, yet as the game came to a close and more offense was needed, he's a great skater, he's got a great head for the game, he got to play a whole lot more and obviously ends up with an assist on the play. So this is a team that relies on everybody. Yes, Barzal was a star out there tonight. I mean, he wasn't going to be denied. He said, we need something. I'm just going to make it happen. I'm going to dig down. And he was terrific.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to catch our breath. I know you at home probably need to do the same. Get a cup of tea, settle in a glass of water, a cocktail, whatever you need. Stay with us for the next hour. We are going to hear from the players and Barry Trotz, eventually from the Coliseum. Much more to come on the Mercedes-Benz postgame show.